During my last nickel hunt video, we were able to slot one more nickel for the Series 3 album, leaving us just the 50D left to slot. Let's see if we can find it in today's 2-box hunt. Hey everyone, it's RobFindsTreasure. Welcome back to the channel. We've got another 2-box nickel hunt. You guys know the mission. Find a 50D, find silver, find a buffalo, find a collection dump, anything fun. Let's see how we do. Oh, really quick, couple of $77.99 boxes. You'll remember 3 or 4 hunts ago, these were the epic type of boxes that had these stamped. They did really well, but it's been a few weeks since then, so probably not as lucky anymore. Either way, we got 2 of them in front of us. Let's see how we do here. You know, I'm not going to say never because we've got quite a few older Jefferson nickel designs. We've got quite a few on here, so could be a good first box. I don't see any buffalo nickel or silver nickel enders, no V nickels, things like that. But you never know what's in the rolls till you get into them. And we struggled, even though we slotted one last time, we struggled with getting silver and buffalo. So being that it's nearing the end of the year, well, just about the end of the year by the time you guys watch this, we need to find some more silver for the silver jar or a 50D. All right, getting ahead of myself. Let's get on with it. I'll bring you guys back in as soon as I have a find. Well, we're on roll number 5 of the first box, and so far all I have found was a 54 Denver. But take a look at this. I missed it by the edge. I see a San Francisco minted wartime nickel, and I can't remember whether we need the 42 or the 44S. I know it's one of those, but I missed it. It didn't look as green as normal. Either way, I'll take it. Let's see which year it is. Is it a 42, 43, 44, or 45? And it's a 45S, so we know we don't need it for sure because I needed the 42 or the 44. I'll have to double check which one it is, but we'll take it. Silver on the year, silver at the end of the year, and one for the board. And while I have you here, that one looks like it could be a nicer, older nickel Jefferson as well, or Jefferson nickel, I should say. I'm excited. Maybe a little newer than I thought, but still a really nice strike. You know what? That's an 84 Denver. Let's just look at the steps under the scope. Not full steps. You need at least 5 full lines to have at least full steps. 6 is better, but we have 1, 2, and maybe a third full line. Don't have at least 5. Either way, I don't know if it's nice enough to keep, but I'll put it to the side because even though it's an 80s one, could be an upgrader, 84 Denver. All right, that was an exciting roll. Let's get back after the hunt. Same roll towards the back of the roll, a 1940 Denver for the board. Roll number 6, and we're starting to find quite a few nicer, older strikes. And I can't keep them all, especially the ones in the 80s. The 60s I can, but these ones in the 80s, they're pretty nice, and it's hard to turn them down for now. That being said, I bring in, because we have another one from the 40s, a 1949. 1949 Denver, so we can check for that D over S over mint mark, and I'm going to have to wipe away that mint mark to double check. I'll tell you what, I'll do it off camera. If it looks like it's something special, I'll bring it back. Otherwise, I'll bring you guys back on my next find. Roll number 8. Another Jefferson nickel from the 40s, this time 1941, 41 Philly. Roll number 11 actually had an old Jefferson ender, and I already saw the date because I flipped it around not knowing how old it was, but you can see the circle of death from being wrapped in the wrapper as an ender. No mint mark, 1939. Second year Jefferson nickel, so we know it's a 39 Philly. That's pretty common, but we can double check for the double die reverse that you'll find on 5 cents, the letters, and Monticello. None of that is doubled. Most certainly a Philly and no Henning notch on the R. I will double check the weight, make sure it weighs true. And if it does, then it's not a Henning nickel, and we'll get back to the hunt. Roll number 25 marks the midpoint of the box, and we got our 10th find of the box on pace for 20. 1946. Philadelphia. Many rolls later. Well, we're on the last roll of the box, roll number 50. The back half of this box has been pretty quiet other than an 09 nickel, some 50s finds, as well as even a 2024 nickel, which I have a shorts on because those have been selling like hotcakes on eBay. I bring in, though, because we have a 1946 Jefferson nickel, can barely make it out. from the burning that it has been subjected to. And it's going to be a 1946 Philadelphia. Let me finish up the rest of this roll. I'll be back with a find if I have one, or a recap of box number 1. Well, that's going to do it for this first box of this 2-box nickel hunt. Pretty light on the finds, only 17 on the board, not including the modern, nicer Jefferson nickels, which we'll always take. But we did find a silver nickel in box 1, so we're off the silver schneid, and it's one more silver for the 2024 silver jar as the year winds down. 1 box down, 1 box to go. Hopefully this one has either more quality finds or just more finds would be nice as well. And I wouldn't mind getting off the buffalo schneid now. Been a while since we grabbed one of those. All right, let's take a peek here. You know, definitely looks more modern than the last box, but the last box didn't kill it. So hopefully this box has a few more finds. We'll have to see. You guys know the drill. As soon as I have a find in box number 2, I'll bring you back on in. Roll number 11 of box 2. It's been pretty quiet so far, but we got our first find from the 40s. And it's going to be a transition year, 1942, although this one is easily identifiable as not made out of silver. So we know it's going to be a 42 P or D. Hopefully the Denver, it's a better date. And nope, 1942 Philly. We'll take it. First one from that year. Still waiting for our next silver or our next good find. Roll number 13, and I have just found my favorite thing to find in a nickel box. We've got ourselves a buffalo nickel peeking out right there. Hopefully it's dated, and it is. Take a look at that. That's a pretty nice buffalo nickel for being found in circulation. 1936. Is there a mint mark? There is not. 1936 Philadelphia, but man, part of the horn showing? That's got to be a low VF, maybe a mid VF buffalo nickel, and I'll take that. Common date, of course, 1936 Philly for the board. This box has been ice cold, and that's only our second find of the box, but it's a buffalo. Hopefully a sign of more buffaloes and things to come. Roll number 15 of the second box. Another 1942 Jefferson nickel, hopefully a Denver on this one. And it's not. Another 42 Philadelphia. I've been pulling these out of circulation every time I find them for years, and it still amazes me that I can still find some of the years I pull out over and over again, but don't find a lot of the 42 Denvers. Either way, I'll take it. It's another nice find. 15 rolls into box 2. Roll number 72 of the 100 roll hunt, and we've got another find in box number 2. Another 1949 Jefferson nickel. Looks like it's in decent shape, but it's just going to be a 1949 Philadelphia yet again. Roll number 37 of this so far pretty ice cold nickel box, although in the last roll we did find a lower mintage 1952 San Francisco, which I'll take, and not that long ago before that, a 52P. I bring it in though because it was an ender and I couldn't quite see it. It's got some damage to it. I saw that it was in the 40s, but it's a 1942 yet again, and it's a 42 Philly. A non-silver one and not a better date. And we can't check for the D over horizontal, D over mint mark, which is a pretty rare variety to find, as you can see right here. Anyway, hopefully the box is heating up. 13 rolls left. It's been cold so far until just recently. Roll number 45 of the box, 95 of the hunt. So we're running out of time here, but we did find another second-year Jefferson nickel. 1939. This one looks pretty slick, though. Highly doubt it has a mint mark. It'd be nice if it does, though. 1939. And it's going to be a 39 Philly with even more damage on the back. Let's just double check that mint mark area. Yeah, nothing there. Any doubling? Nope. And any notching? Nope. I'll weigh it up, but either way, it's our second nickel from 1939. And I'll point out, just last roll, we got the final piece here. The 1952 Denver. It was tough to see. Matter of fact, naked eye, I almost didn't thought I saw it. But either way, we got the 52 PDNS. So that's a sign that somebody dumped something. I'm just not getting very many finds. Hopefully we'll find a few more for the end of the box. Roll number 97. Just our second nickel of the hunt from 1941. And that's a 41 Philadelphia. Well, unfortunately, that's going to end our 2-box nickel hunt and our last nickel hunt of the year. You know, it was decent. We got 34 finds in total, not including the really nice coins up here. If I include those, we had 40 overall finds. That's 20 per box, and you can't get mad at that. Although, no key dates, no semi-key dates, and yeah, no V-nickels and no 50D. But let me cover the finds with you. The stuff up top is common stuff. This is the stuff that I think is the best finds of the 2 boxes. We got a really nice 1960 Denver. We got 3 other nice 80s coins, 2 82 Denvers and 1 84 Denver. We'll see if any of those upgrade. We got 2 2024 Denvers. Those have a lower mintage. They're selling like hotcakes right now, so I figured I'd pull them aside. I'll be putting those into the tubes that I've been collecting from all the ones I found for my roll hunts as well. As far as the next row of stuff, just some stuff that I pull aside always. 3 lower minted 2009 Denvers. We got 3 in those 2 boxes. And the PD&S 1952 set, that was kind of cool. The lowest mintage is this one right here, 1952 San Francisco. Maybe one of those will upgrade one of the sets. We'll have to see. Down below, we have the stuff that I pull aside just because I always pull these out of circulation when I see them. 1939s, unfortunately, both Phillies. And 3 1942s. Unfortunately, all 3 are also Phillies, and I don't think any of these 5 coins will upgrade any of the sets, but we'll double check. The best 2 finds of the hunt is going to be this really beautiful looking 1936 Buffalo nickel. I was surprised to see that one. I mean, although it's from the 30s and common, still in great shape. And yeah, my favorite thing to find. And then finally, we did get some silver to end the year in the nickels. 1945 San Francisco. I was excited at first when I had the S mint mark, hoping for a 42 or 44. I forgot which one I needed. We'll know that shortly. But yeah, it was a 45S, unfortunately. Let me go ahead now, compare all of today's finds to the books. Let me go ahead and see if we have any upgrades or additions and bring you guys back in with a look at the books and some final thoughts on this 2-box nickel hunt. All right, I have finished comparing all of today's finds to both sets of albums. Unfortunately, no upgrades, no additions yet again. Now, after 193 boxes searched, we're still missing one for the Series 3 Blue Books, and you know what it is, that 50D. Now, we have found 2 because we're on Series 3. We just haven't found our 3rd one since we started the Hunt and Fill series. Series? That always sounds funny. Either way, we're missing that one. And now 49 boxes search for the Series 4 book. And this one's only missing 3. Obviously the 50D, obviously the 39S, and now we know it's the 42S was the one we needed. So 1 silver nickel, a key date, a very tough key date. Yeah, could be a while before we get this one done, but that's the mission. Anyway, it was kind of a tough hunt overall, but we added silver, or we'll add silver to the silver jar. You know, he'll like that to end the year. We got a nice Buffalo nickel, and I still had a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys had fun as well. If you did, I certainly would appreciate that thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching. The silver jar is not very happy because it might be his last silver coin of the year.